Okay, welcome back again, Graveyard Tours. We're still at Georgetown Cemetery, and just got to show you. It's 1906. Yeah, let's see. Go back to this one again. That's 2008. These are 1946. Kathleen Price Spencer and Henry Benin Spencer, 1956. So yeah, my phone drained, so I had to do this in the second part, and I'll probably have to do a third part too. So anyway, we got to go see this one over here. So there are a lot of historical figures, and what I'm going to do at the end of the video, I will read off some of the historical figure names, or a lot of them. And Annie Cotchett, Washington D.C., died 1900. There's just too much to explore here, so I'll probably have to make another several. 1924, Louise Hensey. I want to draw into this one. Look how beautiful this is. Like I said earlier, this is like an art museum to me. With my construction background, this is beautiful here. And who is this? Anna Margaret, died 1916. Well, actually, looks like there's several. June 19. Yeah, this is Catherine, Virginia. Yeah, these are several. There's like 1941 is the last person buried here. So there's probably the ashes are here, and it's actually, I've never seen one like this before. Really unique, really beautiful. So yeah, there's several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people buried here, it looks like. Oh, look at this. Like I said, for me, you have the historical value out here, and then you have the art value, because I grew up, oh, and this is broke off. Here's the piece that broke off. Because I grew up in construction, doing construction work basically my entire life, I appreciate the art and the craftsmanship. Now so the first part of the video was on the right hand side. I don't know what this stuff is here. These are part of, I guess, headstones here. They're just piled up here. Or they were maybe going to be used, part of steps. Yeah, that's what it is. So look at this though. So yeah, I mean, this place is just absolutely incredible. So like I said, if you get a chance to come down to the DC area, definitely take time to come here. If you're, if you like this kind of stuff. For me, like I said, this is like art and historical value. So at the end of the video too, and I'm sorry I'm mumbling and going all over the place. I'm tired, and I'm excited at the same time. So these are the mausoleums. There shall be no night there, Morrison. Look at this. I mean, this is just incredible. If you saw my other videos, the one in Chicago, David Morrison died 1967. They had lots and lots of mausoleums there, but here in the Georgetown, D.C. area, there wasn't room to put lots of mausoleums. So basically, they're in these caves. So these caves were built. Mausoleums go deep. This is Joseph Smith. Looks like a Navy man. I'm not 100% sure. Oh, Rear Admiral. Oh my God, look at this. Joseph Smith, Rear Admiral, U.S. Navy, born March 30th, 1290. What? I think that's a misprint there. Died January the 12th, 1822. So, and looks like there's several, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 names in here. So really cool. So you don't see this much. This is underneath, like I said, going inside of a cave system here. There's another mausoleum here. J.N. Pearson. So like What's this? Born, died 1869. Oh, there's the whole family here. Mary Lizzie, Joseph Fearson, Mary Forsyth, Joseph Forston, Fearson and the Forston, and Bartitz and the Hastings. Huh. So quite a few in there. Different names too. You know, I'm sure they got married and had their last names changed. So yeah, so in Chicago they had the room there to put many mausoleums. Here, this is almost fell there. This is DC, you know, this is Georgetown. It's not a lot of room. This is probably the largest gravesite here. In memory of John Susan Cumberland age. Doesn't give a date when they died. So kind of unique, you know. Oh, here's another Mason right there. There's a Mason there. So yeah. Well, I said the place is just too big. So I'm going to read a lot of the historical names that the pamphlet that I bought. And at the end of the video, I'll do another small section video. And I'll read off the historical, some of the historical people that are buried here. For being Georgetown, you know, so it's just incredible. I never get tired of this place. Like I said, I can come here 40, 50 times and never would get tired of it. And I apologize, I'm not reading so many names here because it's just too much. But I'll come back. So I've already decided, as soon as I showed up, I knew right away this is way too much to take in at one time. I'll have to do several videos here. And then I'll, oh yeah, there's a whole family right here of the Bentons and the Yeatmans and Collins. All different dates of death. Yeah, some very unique headstones out here. It's ones I've never seen before, like that one there, right there. Never seen anything like that. I mean, just incredible. Just incredible craftsmanship. And a lot of these are, you know, poured concrete and sand castings, but you know, it's still, they had to create the art to do that. So look at this. Oh, that's a weasel. Look, I never seen this before. So there's a lamb, and this is definitely a child's, these two, and that is a weasel, it looks like, or it's maybe it's a lamb, but I don't think so. No, I don't know. Very different. 1879, David Hawthorne. Sorry if I'm tearing up these names. Like I said, I can't even, this would be a 4-hour video, and I know nobody wants to watch a 4-hour video. So I'll have to make a plan B when I come back out here. Maybe I'll look at finally some of the historical people and find their gravestones. We have a cave in over here, so I'm gonna go look at that real quick. Yeah, sarcophagus is yeah, broken and fell apart. Wow. I'm sure there's yeah, it's just yeah, it's just you just see dirt. You know the bones have probably already disintegrated to nothing. We return to dust, like it says in the Bible. But this place is just too big to cover everything. One video, you get bored with it after about 4 hours. I'm sure you would get tired of watching it. So I have to make them as interestingly as I can. Here's another similar, what we saw earlier. And you know, wow, I've never seen one like that before. That is really weird looking. It just says 96. Oh, this is really old because you can't even. Actually, it's upside down. I'm looking at the wrong way. Something Weaver. I don't see a date. It's worn to. I mean, it's very unique shape there. Very hilly here. I mean, there's parts that I don't remember ever seeing. Like I don't remember seeing this little house here, this little mausoleum house. And this is very unique. It looks like a red sandstone. Yeah, I'm gonna have to walk down this way. I try not to walk on the grassy areas. You know, I'd rather walk around and go to the steps just to preserve the. I don't want to be disrespectful either. But this is very unique. This little mausoleum here. We gotta go check this out. Oh, it looks like the front is over here. Okay. Yeah, so you'll find headstones out here. So unique. You won't see them anywhere else. I mean, look at this one, for example. You know, Cox, 1850, died January 20th, 1850. What does that say? Alpha Tam Omega Fraternity, Larkin White, Grassel Brook, died 1900, and Worthy Grand Keeper of Annals, 1912. This tablet placed here by my fraternity. Oh, that was very nice of them. Look at this though. Look at this sandstone. Wow, it's falling apart too. Look at that. It's starting to cave in. I don't know like who's responsible. Somebody obviously they've done some work here to try to hold it together. They put these bars going around it. Yeah. So they're trying to keep it from falling in. But wow, this is amazing now. What is this? Oh yeah, it's really coming apart. I hate it when they let it get to this you know, stage, and under here's the steps, and it's hollow. Yeah, I'm afraid to even step on it because that's. Oh my God, that is actually. That is a cave system in there. And down in there, that is, yeah, it's like a good 6 feet deep. There's probably skeletal remains down in there. So here's a keep out sign that fell. So I can't even step on this because it's all caving in. So who is this? Mary Cummington, 1854 it looks like. Wow, I mean, that is just absolutely beautiful. I hate it when they let these mausoleums fall apart like this. I mean, this is like, you know, historical for me. And the art, the workmanship that went into this is just incredible. Look at this. And to let it fall, I mean, they're preserving it now, but I think they waited a little bit too long. So you got to ask yourself, who pays for this, you know? Does the family? And if the family disappeared, you know, then who pays for it? So obviously they don't want it to fall over, and they put supports in there, but it's just beautiful to watch something like this just crumble like that. Oh, I hate to see that. I really do. That looks like the Star of David there. Like I said, it's a non-denominational church, and there's a heart. There's a sailor's anchor. Edward McCrumber Litchfield, 1869, and Mary Compton Litchfield. I'm probably not saying it right either, I know. But look at that. It's just absolutely beautiful, and it breaks my heart to see it fall apart like that. Like I said, why couldn't they do something a long time? Maybe they did. Maybe they did try to preserve it, and it just, you know, kind of happened pretty quick, and then they put those bars. Those bars look like they've been there for a while, so I don't know. But anyway, so, and here's, you're always going to find this headstones broken, fallen over. You're always gonna, every graveyard you go to, you're gonna find those. And I don't like to see it, but it is everywhere, literally everywhere. So this looks like it was probably a child's right here. Yeah, it's worn away. So, oh, here's some interesting ones here. This one, a big one here, fell over. There's, you can't read anything on those. Here's 1848. Oh, look at this. Just beautiful artwork. Elizabeth Ann Brown. Died 1844. So it's interesting. The land was purchased in 1848. It was incorporated in 1849. And we're finding gravestones that are older than the land when it was purchased. So I don't know what the deal is. I'm assuming that they brought these people here later, and just maybe they transferred them here, you know, because that happened a lot too. When they needed to move grave sites, they would move them and create larger spaces. There is in the U.S. and in a lot of countries, it's notorious to do that, especially in the U.S. There's a lot of instances where back in the 1800s, even 1700s, and they decided, hey, we want this land because we can do much better with it. They would dig up the bodies, as many as they could. There's a famous one actually in Maryland where it was African American graveyard, and they moved as many bodies as they could. But even back in I think the 80s and the 90s, they built a mall there, and they still found remains. So they didn't do, you know, but that's what they do. I mean, they move them, and there's always going to be. I think that's why some of the energies get stuck in places, you know, energies of anger and sadness, and you pick them up. So there's more mausoleums. These are the top side of other mausoleums. We can go down. There's stairs. I mean, this place is like a maze. I got to tell you, it's just absolutely incredible. But you won't find headstones anywhere else in the world like you have here. And this is why I'm fascinated with this place, because I've been to many graveyards, and like I said, there's headstones out here that I've never seen. So here's the mausoleum area. We're going to walk through there, and my phone might die again, so I might have to cut it short and then recharge it. Oh, look at that. This is actual bee. Those are beekeepers. That's a surprise. I didn't expect to see that. So somebody is doing beekeeping out here. I didn't know they were allowed to do something. That's kind of weird. So yeah, let's go down to the mausoleums. Yeah, this place is like a maze. And have some hiking shoes on too if you come out here, folks, because you're gonna do a lot of hiking. Believe me, it's, you know, 15 acres I think it is, but it feels like it's 100 acres. William Boyce. And here's a column just laying here. Like I said, most of these families are gone. These are 1915. Here's 1801, it looks like. Yeah, look at that. It's just incredible. I know my videos are not going to do this place justice. No matter how much I do, it's just not going to do justice, because it's just, you know, it's, you know, with history alone. Here's 1800, 1890. These are the Rays, the Ross, the Osborns. I don't know the situation where I would imagine that, like I said, people get married and they have their names changed. Am I not allowed to go here? Well, I'll tell you, we're gonna just go around that. Yeah, this place is, and here's part of Rock Creek Park. Here next door, and of course across the highway system. Now yeah, this is also, if you have trouble walking or anything, some of these places you're not going to be able to access because these steps are very steep and dangerous. Not a lot of people come down here. They don't do a lot of maintenance work down here. They don't clean these areas. And look at this, these steps continue, but I don't see anything down there. There's probably headstones down there. There's probably some burial places, or maybe even some mausoleums that are completely forgotten because they don't put steps there for no reason, which goes down to the creek. But then again, that might be the reason why the steps are there, just to go to the creek. William Thomas Carroll. Oh, this is a historical placard. William Wallace Willie Lincoln. Died 1862, the third son of Abraham. Wow, listen to this, guys. Oh, here, this is one. The third son of Abraham Lincoln and Mary Lincoln rested here from 214 to 1862 until his remains accompanied his father. Oh my God. So William Wallace Willie Lincoln was buried here. That is incredible. That is incredible. Wow. I told you there's history here, folks. So Abraham Lincoln's son was buried here. And of course, oh, now look at this mausoleum sealed up. I wonder why they sealed that up. Rear Admiral L.M. Powell, United States Navy. Thank you for your service. Probably the family decided, maybe it got broken into for some sick reason. Somebody decided they wanted to break in there, and then they decided to seal it up. I don't know, but that's incredible. And this is Worthington. Or maybe it just, was damaged and they didn't have, it was cheaper, instead of putting up an iron gate like this, just cheaper to, brick it up. And so maybe that was the case, I don't know. But this is a part that even the people that come here to visit rarely get to see because they just don't take their time. This is Darlington. They don't take their time to come out here. And you can see there's a padlock on here. So that means probably maybe the family still comes here to visit and places flowers or something. I don't know. So Joseph Darlington, and yeah, these are all Darlingtons and Shields, maybe because they got married, or I don't know the deal, but I'm starting to see quite a few different names in just one of these mausoleums. I don't know what the deal is with that. They have to be related, I would imagine. McCullough. And like I said, it's pretty dangerous. You can see that the pathway is, falling apart. Wife of Robert Edward McCullough. Husband. Now here's something, just a husband and wife. And it looks fairly like it's marble. Maybe that's why. It's just, they spent a fortune on this. This is old iron. These are iron gates. All these gates here are iron. Pretty cool. And this is Wallach, wife of Wallach, 1891, 1913, 1920, 1895. I'm sorry, folks, if I'm going, somebody left a reef here, so there's still, I saw somebody actually come here with flowers, so there's people here that still remember their family members, their family members from the way back, and they still come in, bring flowers, because this is Washington D.C., folks, so it's kind of a proud thing, somebody who's buried here, one of your family members. Now there's no name on this. This is a huge mausoleum right here with no name on the outside. So you got Forbes, Beale, Forbes, Key, Cora. So these are like the mid 1960s. What is that? Hill, General, Maryland. So I mean, there's generals buried in here, and so this wasn't a prominent family. Schwartzman, But again, I'm seeing a lot of different last names, and that can mean several things, you know. So, and this, most of these burial sites, here's one from 1855. So this is a pretty old one here. So, I mean, a really old one. There's more coming right up. Hold on a second, folks.